Okay, so like kind of freaking out, just a little bit, just like a smidgen of freaking out right now. Just like it's mild. Okay. But like I don't know the first day of school. Like I don't remember. And so like I was gonna be like, look at the calendar, like go figure it out, sweetie. And then like I apologize for saying sweetie, like it's uncalled for. But like your girl like could not, like, no, it was not, it wasn't there. And I was like, well, what do I do? And then so I asked one of my best friends. She's like the planner. She like knows everything, like freaking Buddha-esque. And like she didn't know either. And I was like, okay, that's great, because like I need to know the first day of school, because like your girl is planning, okay, traveling. Like, we need to know so that I can know when I need to get back here, so that I know when I can get back here, so I can start school on time and, like, not, like, fuck around. Like, you know? Like, no. Like, I need to know the first day of school, sweetie. Like, can you please put that on your calendar? Like, it's not a joke. And then I tried to call them, because I also need to call them for, like, not homeschool. I wish. Summer school. And, like, so I called them, and then I got this, like, weird-ass voicemail, and I was like, no. And then so I pressed 0, which is like when you get to the receptionist wasn't there, so they sent me to the voicemail, and I freaked out because I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, how do you ask questions to a voicemail? Like, I'm gonna ask you questions, even though I know you're not gonna answer them, because this is a voicemail, and this is like a robot, and like, hi. And chances are, like, the office is closed, so like, probably closed, but like they didn't say it was closed, so like I'm confused. Like, they just like forget to tell you the hours for like summer. Like, what the fuck, man? Like is like the office gonna be like closed all summer? Like, holy shit, I fucked up. Like, I'm low-key freaking out, guys, like because there are some things that I need to do, and I need the office to need to do those things, and like it's not happening. And like it's just frustrating, because like, do they not know how to put shit on the calendar? Like, oh, they got the sports stuff, they've got the spirit week, they've got the like inspirational quote and shit, but like, do they have the first day of school? Do they have anything about summer school at all? No, of course not. Like, why would they have that? Like, it's actually important information. It's not just student gov bullshit. Like, you know, like, oh, love my school spirit. Anyways, so yeah, that's happening, and I'm like kind of freaking out about that. And then additionally, I'm freaking out about my mom, because like, I think my mom said that I need to like, or she needs to pick me up, or I need to go see her like before noon. And like, it's currently like, hold up, 9:35, so like I've got like a few hours. But like, I tried to call my mom to like figure out like everything, because like, to be honest, when she called me, I was like half asleep, because she like woke me up from a nap, and I was like dead tired, and I was like, what the, like, my mind was semi-awake, but it was just waking up, and my body was still sluggish. So I was like, the fuck is she saying, guys? Like, I'm tired. And and so like, all I remember is like American River, visit, water shoes, swimsuit, going to Korean restaurant, and like before noon. That's it. Like, that's it. And like, the before noon thing might just be something that I made up. Like, I don't even remember. And so like, I need to call her to get the details again. It's like, because she called me like when I was half asleep, and I didn't write anything down. I was just gonna like, hi. Yes, girl. I mean, yes, mom. I love you too. Like, hi. Okay, bye. Like, I was like so dead, and like not there, and like, and like, so like, I don't know. And so like, I tried calling her, and like, it went straight to voicemail. Like, didn't even ring at all. So like, that either means her phone is off, or she rejected my call. She wouldn't reject my call. So like, is dead. And like, she might still be sleeping, because my mom like is kind of an insomniac, so like, she might still be sleeping. And so like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, help, please. Like, I'm so like like low-key freaking out, guys. Like, also, I'm kind of mad at my boy Cub Scouts, because like, your boy didn't do something. Like, okay, so he's playing this game called Detroit, which I think I've talked about it before. It's like this Android simulation, like, game playthrough that's, like, on PS4. Which, honestly, like, everyone talks about how great the PS4 is, but it's ridiculously expensive. And also, like, from when he plays, like, the controls look, like, hella fucking complicated. And, like, what the fuck, man? Like, you literally have to shake your controller. Like, who the fuck shakes their controller? Like, it just kind of was, like, a bit much for me. And then there's, like, a touchscreen thing, too, on there. And I'm just kind of like, okay, guys, like, you going a little bit too far. Like, okay, I get it. You kind of needed to update, like, the monitor. But, like, did you really need to update the controller? Like, the controller was working just fine, sweetie. Like, it was doing fan-fucking-tastic. You didn't need to do shit, okay? Like, ugh. Unless you want to make, like, a holographic, like, controller, that would be fucking epic. But, like, no. Like, they didn't need to do whatever the fuck they did to the PS4 controller. Like, it's unnecessary, okay? Like, just added expensives that aren't needed. Like, the fuck. And then, so, like, he's playing this game, and, like, it was honestly, like, kind of mild this episode, because, like, he went through 3 playthroughs, and, like, so far he's gotten, like, 3 episodes of playing with Detroit, and it's been almost every day. But yesterday, my boy didn't upload, and I was, like, waiting all day for that upload. And it didn't happen, and it kind of ruined my day, I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm a sensitive person, and I need my Detroit update. Anyways, so that didn't happen. I was kind of upset about that. But then this morning, I thought he redeemed himself because he uploaded, like, first thing in the morning, and I was like, yeah, boy is good, we're good. But then he played only 3 scenes, and in all of those scenes, it was kind of mild, kind of boring. And then my main person, Kara, and her little girl, Alice, which if you don't, like, know Detroit video game at all, like, this is not gonna make any sense at all, I'm sorry. But, like, okay, so basically, like, Detroit playthrough is, like, game is, like, they have, like, there's, like, 4 or 5, like, there's, like, 3 or 4 different androids, I think, and, like, you play as them, and, like, you go through their life or whatever, and my favorite character that he's been playing has been Kara, and she's kind of, like, this, like, she was supposed to be this maid for this dude, this guy who's, like, fat ass, and, like, fucking, like, drunkard, and, like, druggy, and, like, fucking, like, abuser, and he abused his daughter, Alice, over and over again, and then finally, like, he started abusing, like, the android, too, Kara, and she was, like, she finally had enough, and was like, okay, yeah, boy, like, I'm gonna put you in your place, and then she ended up killing him. In her defense, it was, like, self-defense, so, like, whatever, and she's protecting the child, so, like, yeah, and so, like, obviously, a bloodied android from killing someone, and, like, a little girl who's, like, abandoned now, or an orphan, like, cannot just stay in that house, not to mention that house was literally disgusting, because, like, this drunk-ass, like, just, like, left food and pizza boxes, and, like, alcohol bottles, and, like, his drug, like, there's, like, this drug that's going on around in this game, supposedly, and it's called, like, red ice, and it's kind of like crystals, and you, like, kind of smoke it like you would pot, and it's just kind of like, what the fuck, you know? Anyways, so, like, he's got all that going on, and they were just like, nah, like, we're leaving this shit, and this shithole, and then, so, like, she kind of kidnapped Alice, and, like, they started running, and Alice kind of treats her as a mother, and, like, Carl, like, goes undercover, and, like, whatever, and, like, is, like, looks like a human now, and, like, blah, 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 and then, like, she's, like, protecting Alice, and, like, it's amazing, and, like, the mother-daughter bond is strong, okay? It's strong with this one, okay? And, like, I remember there's a movie quote from somewhere, but I can't remember. The Force is strong with this one, isn't it? Like, isn't that Star Wars? I don't know, okay? I may be a nerd, but I don't keep up with everything, okay? I'm sorry. Also, I'm dumb, so, like, yeah, memories, like, not gonna happen, okay, sweetie, okay? Anyways, so, like, like, their mother bond is cute, and, like, I love it, and, like, they're my favorite. And so far, like, they have been Cub Scouts' favorite, too. And your boy, like, so far, like, he's had, like, 3 episodes so far, like, every day continuously. And then today, yesterday he didn't upload, and then today he uploaded, but then he only did 3 scenes. And in none of those scenes were there Kara and Alice. And I was like, excuse me? Where are my Kara and Alice? Like, I need my update with those 2, sweetie. Like, hello? Hello, darkness, my own friend. Okay. But, like, that was so sad. Like, I was like disappointed and like, Jay, why are you disappointing me? Like, don't do this. Don't do this. Please. I don't know. Like, I'm just sad because, like, I wanted to see their update. And, like, I haven't been watching any of my other YouTubers that I watch, like, who are gaming channels. And, like, YouTube has been trying to spoil it for me for so long. Like, literally, it's been, like, full game playthrough. And it's, like, 3 hours. And then it's, like, all, like, the endings, the best endings or whatever. And I'm just like, yo, boy, would you calm down? Like, I don't want to be cheated. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm like, it's like begging me to cheat, and I'm just like, no, self-control, Angel. Like, you will not cheat. Like, you will follow through with Jay and the Cub Scouts. Okay, sweetie, like, you are a Cub Scout. You got this. Like, come on. Like, support your Jay. Like, and so, like, I'm trying so hard not to cheat and, like, not look at the endings, and, like, it's hard. Especially when, like, I don't know what Kara and, like, Alice are doing. But, like, I'm trying, okay, Jay, like, you gotta keep up uploading, though. Like, dude, like, I cannot survive without the uploads. Like, I'm sorry, like. Yeah. And then there's, like, YouTubers that I watch who are gamer YouTubers, and they're, like, farther along than he is with the gameplay. And I'm just kind of like, I wanna watch it. And then I'm just like, no, you don't. No, you don't. I'm like, no. You stay with Jay. You stay with Jay. Loyalty. Loyalty. But, like, it's so hard. I love it. I'm trying, but Jay needs to, like, up his shit. And then also, like, for some reason, Jay is, like, fucking, like, what? He's, like, okay. He plays this, like, little, like, he has, like those little playlists that he does. I mean, not playlists, like, his series where he is, and it's, like, called Free Random Games. And at first I liked it. I thought it was funny. But then now it's getting a bit much. Like, I think it's kind of, like, a lot. And I'm just kind of like, can we, like, maybe stop this? I mean, I get it. It's kind of like a safety net, like, for when he can't upload or doesn't have any good video games to play. Like, he has that as a safety net. And so he regularly uploads that, so, like, even if he doesn't upload, like, a good video, like, he still has that as a safety net. And, like, it doesn't mean that his reactions are, like, fake in that videos. It's just that, like, it's kind of, like, not as entertaining. Because, like, it's just, like, free games. And, like, they're just kind of, like, random. And they're not that entertaining. And, like, the whole point of the, like, series, I think, is, like, he's kind of making fun of, like, the bad graphics or the bad audio or, like, whatever. And, like, I mean, it was funny for a while, but, like, now I'm kind of tired of it. I'm just kind of like, Jay, can we, like, maybe, like, not have that, the weak safety net, like, but I get it, like, you entertainer, like, you gotta have your backup, okay, but, like, still, wish you didn't have that, because, like, it fucks with me, okay? It does not fuck with me. Like, I'm just like, no, CD, like, but then what made me mad, though, was yesterday he uploaded one of those, like, free random game playlists, and then he also uploaded, like, this stupid, like, Baldi game, which is so stupid. Like, it's the most, I hate this game. It's, like, it's called Baldi's Classroom or some shit, and it's, like, the graphics are bad, like, it's, like, and then, like, the game is almost impossible to play, and it's, like, really just stupid, in my opinion, and, like, it's just, like, what the fuck is the point of this game? Like, literally, looks like the most frustrating game to play. Like, maybe that's why people like watching him play, because, like, he gets frustrated, but, like, he still pushes through, and he's like, I'm not gonna give up on you guys, and I'm just like, boy, we don't give a fuck. Like, I'm tired of this game. Like, he's played so many episodes of it, and I'm just like, dude, like, it's just a bad graphics, like, game that's, like, impossible to play. Like, get over your damn self and, like, play something new. Like, but, like, people keep insisting, like, Jay, play more of this game. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up, guys. Like, you honestly, like, stop, please. Like, I'm done with your damn ass game. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, it was fun that first episode. Then it was less fun the second episode. By the third episode, I was like, fuck this. And then by the fourth episode, I was screaming my head off, being like, you boy, can you stop? Like, I need some milk. Why? Oh, I am not the meme. The meme is me, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways, I'm in a really good mood today. Which is funny because yesterday I was in a very depressed mood. That's great. Okay. I swear I'm literally bipolar. I had runs with my family, so like I wouldn't actually be that surprised if it was. So that's great. Okay, anyways, so like Jay uploaded like Baldi fuckery, and then he also uploaded Free Random Game fuckery, and I was like, boy, where is my Kara? Like, where is my Detroit Android video game that may have fucked up like weird like fucking like ass sauce like controller shit, but like it's a good video game, and also like I don't like how you can't like it's not like like it's not as like free range as like a normal video game, and like I feel like it's not as like it's more like a movie than it is an actual video game, and like it's kind of frustrating, and I wish they didn't have like where you just kind of like press one thing and it's like, oh, he moved, like wow, he waved his hand, like you controlled his waving hand, so like yeah, you're playing the video game, like okay, anyways, so like yeah, other than that, the Detroit game is really good though, and like I wish he would play it more, but like he's not, and like I was like, boy, and like he said, if he gets enough thumbs up, like he'll upload every day, but he didn't upload yesterday. Like what the fuck, man? Like I'm tired of this shit. Like stop playing with me. Like, it's not okay. Like I'm not okay. Like my sanity is like this thin boy. Like you wanna push it, you wanna push it, you want to push it. Okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, also my dad called me today, and he wants me to, like, send back some of his stuff, and, like, I don't know, like, I don't really understand it, but, like, he's sick, because, like, it's raining all the time there, and he got sick, so I feel bad about that, but, like, I don't know. Also, he explained to me what the balls were, you know, the ones that I tried that are, like, dying inside, and, they literally kill your insides. Like, they just, like, it's so sour that, like, you can literally feel your organs shrivel. Like, it's so bad. But, like, he said he liked it. And I was like, I didn't want to be mean. So I was just like, yeah, they're okay. But I was, like, in my head, I was like, yo, how do you stand them? Like, what? So bad. They're so bad. Oh, they're so bad. Oh, and he told me, like, the reason why the orange ones are so sweet is because, like, they're made out of milk, which I've kind of figured out. Because, like, they taste, like, really sweet and, like, sugary and, like, milky and, like, they're so good. And there's only one left. And, like, I really want to eat it, especially when I'm, like, craving something sweet, which is, like, literally 99% of the time. But, like, I'm not. Yeah. I really wish we had chocolate, though. Like, for some reason, I keep craving sweet stuff, and I don't understand why. Like, I'm craving, like, weird-ass shit. Like, am I pregnant, guys? Like, hi. But, like, oh my god, that reminds me when I was little. Like, I used to be afraid to masturbate because, like, I used to think I would be able to get pregnant from masturbating. Like, what did I think? Sperm was just hidden under my fingernails? Like, what the fuck? Oh, my god. Why? I'm like, what's wrong with me? Oh. This is a lot, okay? Also haven't really had breakfast yet because we don't really have any food, so like, that's great. You know what I really want? I kind of want to eat hush puppies, but like, I don't know how to make hush puppies, so like, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Also, like, I could tell my dad was getting annoyed with my grandma because, like, he was talking to her on the phone and, like, she kept repeating herself and he was kind of like, okay, grandma, we get it. And she was like, yeah, but did you know? And then she repeated herself again and he was like, yeah, we got it. But, like, she can't help it, so, like, he needs to just, like, get over his impatientness. And then also, like, he's starting to, like, fight with her again over, like, Japan because she really wants to visit Japan. And, like, he's all like, I can do it by myself. And we're like, she barely made it when I was there. Like, there's no fucking way she could do it by herself. But she's insistent and persistent. But I know for a fact that if
Lisa, my cousin, goes with her, like, she'll be fine with that. Like, if I go with her, like, she'll not be fine with that. Like, like, she doesn't want me with her. So, like, yeah. But if my cousin goes with her, she, like, literally worships the ground my cousin walks on. So, like, yeah, my cousin will be good with her. Plus, my cousin knows Japanese. And, like, I don't want to go to Japan yet until I learn enough Japanese. And I just can't afford to learn Japanese right now because, like, I'm busy. Like, I have to pass my classes. Like, I can't. Like, I know mentally, like, I cannot handle like learning Japanese as well as Spanish as well as math and like all this stuff. Like I can't do that. Like my mind is not like made to handle that kind of shit, all of it at the same time. So yeah. But once I do learn enough Japanese and like I'm able to like survive Japan, because like they're not rude per se, but they're just kind of a little bit brisk and like proud and like they don't really like foreigners that much, but like they're not like really rude, and the young people like are better than the older ones, but like still like it's like you don't it's not that you don't feel welcome, it's just kind of like they're not like mean, but they're kind of like a little bit judgy, and like it's kind of like uncomfortable, and like it's worse when you don't know the language. So like I want to learn at least some decent Japanese, just speaking at least, so that like when I go to Japan again, like I'm not gonna be a clueless little foreigner like I was last time, depending on my grandma, and like fucking confused, because I remember when my grandma fell and like she was bleeding and like they thought she had a concussion and she broke her nose and like freaking out, and everyone was like, who are you, like what's this little white girl like following around quietly, and I was like, I didn't know anything to say, so I was like, Sumimasen, Oba-chan, 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 over and over and over again, and then they finally got it, and they were like, oh, and then they tried to talk to me in English, but their English was really broken, and like it was hard to understand them, and then it was really hard for them to understand me, and I felt really bad, and like, I wish I could have known like more Japanese, and like that just kind of like woke me up and been like, yeah, it's like, you need to, like, do your fucking research before you go to another country, stupid. Like, so, like, yeah. And I'm not, like, I don't want to, like, depend on, like, a translator or whatever, because, like, last time I depended on my grandma, like, it was really bad, because she just kind of ignored me, and was, like, talking to, like, everyone, and then I would just kind of, like, stand there on the sidelines, completely clueless. And, like, I never want to go through that again, because, like, it's kind of embarrassing, but then also, like, it just, like, makes everything worse, because, like, I don't get to experience everything to the fullest, like, because I can't talk, and I can't understand everything, and, like, I can't experience everything to the fullest, because, like, I don't speak their language. And so, like, next time I go to Japan, like, I'm gonna do my research, I'm gonna, like, learn Japanese, well, not, like, become completely fluent in it, but, like, know how to speak it, like, pretty well, like, at least, and maybe learn how to read some Japanese, too, and then, like, when I go over there, like, I can actually, like, survive and not actually die. Like, God. And then, same with, like, when I, like, travel to, like, Europe and, like, Germany and, like, other countries, too, because, like, I don't want to be, like, a clueless little fucking helpless cheetah. I mean, cheetah, what? Cheetah? Okay, someone's not there. Okay, cheetah. Like, that's a lot. Like, hello, sweetie, like, cheetah. Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do today, because, like, I called my mom, and she didn't answer, so, like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm gonna call her again after this video ends, and then ask her, like, help, what am I doing, like, hi, sweetie, like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, can you talk, this chair is fucking uncomfortable. Also, I got to see a lot more of my grandma than I wanted to today, because she, like, her sister, Masami, called. Also, I think my grandma might be lying a little bit, which I don't. The only reason I could think of why she would be lying was because she, like, wants to, like, go to Japan faster, and, like, she's trying to convince us to let her go to Japan faster. But, like, even then, like, it's kind of, like, a still fucked up reason to lie, and, like, I don't understand why she would lie about this. But remember how, like, a couple months ago I was freaking out because apparently Masami was, like, really hurt or something, and my grandma needed to go to Japan? Well, Grandma changed her story, and now all of a sudden it's her brother that's really, like, in pain, and that's why she needs to go to Japan. And I was like, something's not adding up, because, like, literally, like, for months she's been saying, oh my god, Masami's hurt, like, I need to visit Masami, but then she's always like, Masami calls me, and, like, I'm just like, if Masami's really hurt, then why is Masami calling her? And I was like, maybe she got over it. But, like, but even after she called her, she was still like, yeah, and Masami's still really sick, like, she can barely talk. And I'm just like, really? If she can barely talk, then why is she talking to you so frequently? You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like, I was a little suspicious. And then now, all of a sudden, she's like, yeah. And then Masami was telling me that my brother is super sick right now, and, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just kind of like, your brother's sick now? What happened to Masami being sick? Like, you know, it's kind of like, where's this story going? Like, you know, like, sometimes, like, it's just, But, like, maybe I'm just, like, being paranoid, and, like, maybe she's not lying. Maybe, like, they were both sick, but at different times, but, like, still. Like, it's kind of, like, a little bit weird, to me, at least. And, like, there's only one reason why she would lie, and, like, it's still, like, a bit extreme for her to lie about that if it's just for something as simple as that. Like, it's still kind of, like... Also, Grandma kind of fucking freaks me out, and, like, I'm never doing this, whatever she told me to do, because, like, literally, like, she was like, oh, and by the way, Angela, and I was like, what? And she was like, if I have a heart attack or a stroke or something, don't call 911. And I was like, why not? Why the fuck not? And she was like, because I want to die. Like, I'm old enough. I just want to die. Just let me die. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have your death on my fucking hands, sweetie. Like, no, that's not fucking happening. Also, like, if I let you die, like, everyone would blame me. And, like, fucking, like, nah, I'm not dealing with that shit. Or the guilt. Like, okay, like, you're gonna die the natural way, okay? But, like, I'm not gonna, like, kill you by neglect, okay? Like, it's not, like, that's not... What the fuck is she thinking? I told you guys, like, I feel like nobody really believes me when I tell them, like, my grandma doesn't want to be here anymore, guys. Like, it's serious. Like, and they're just kind of like, yeah, like, you say that. And I was like, no, literally, like, she would commit suicide if she could. Like, she just does not want to be here anymore. And, like, it's kind of, like, fucking scary. Because, like, I don't know, like, is she gonna commit suicide? Like, or is she gonna just, like... I don't know. Like, she's literally kind of, like, anorexic and, like, not eating, like, hardly at all. And, like, you can't... Like, it's not, like... I don't know what to fucking do, because, like, I'm not trained for this shit. Like, do I look like an expert to you? No. Okay, I'm a child. Literal child. Like, I can't... Ugh. I don't know how to deal with this shit. And then, it's kind of annoying, because, like, my uncle was complaining about his job. And, like, I kind of foresaw this happening. Because, like, Mr. Greedy Pants, my uncle and my dad are both kind of greedy. And, like, my uncle kind of is a little bit arrogant and, like, thinks he can do stuff that he can't do. And so, like, prime example of this, his new job, he was telling me about it, and he said that, like, oh, yeah, I don't really know a lot of what's happening, but I know I've got, like, enough experience that I can, like, learn quickly and, like, it'll be fine. And I'm just kind of like, okay, if you say so, but I'm just gonna say, like, you're gonna be fucking stressed as fuck because, like, you're gonna be training at the same time. Like, and it's not going to be like, oh, we're just, like, training this, like, Ricky, but he's already been in this situation, because that's kind of what he was telling them. He was kind of being like, yeah, I've had this kind of job before, but he's never had that kind of job before. He's only experienced in a little bit of what that job entails. So, like, he kind of lied to his employer and was like, yeah, I'm perfectly qualified for this job. Like, that's why you need to pay me, like, $28 an hour. And, like, so, like, his employer was like, okay, cool. And then, so, like, he hired him, and, like, he's training for this job, and it's, like, it's not, like, fast. It's like, it's not, like, a slow process, like, how he needs, because he's never done this before. It's kind of, like, a fast pace, like, yeah, you've already done this, like, whatever. But, like, he hasn't already done it. So, like, he's kind of, like, bluffing and being like, yeah, thanks. Like, I totally know this. And it's just kind of, like, and he's talking about how stressed he is because of that, because, like, they, like, briefly brief him, and then he's like, okay, and then he has to, like, pretend he gets it, and then he has to practice on his own. And I was like, well, that's what you get for going for a job that, like, you don't really know everything, and bluffing to your fucking employers and saying, like, yeah, okay, I got this. Like, that's what you get. And he's, like, complaining about the stress and, like, how it's, like, too much, and, like, the heat, and, like, heat exhaustion and all this, and I'm just like, okay, I get the heat exhaustion or whatever, but, like, you can probably take medicine or drink enough for that, and, like, it's fine. But, like, you also, like, applied for this job because it paid well, and, like, you wanted that money, but, like, you weren't completely qualified for this job. So, like, I don't really feel that guilty or sad for him because, or sympathetic, because, like, he applied for this job knowing full well that he was not totally prepared. And he was just arrogantly assumed that, like, it would be okay and, like, he would be fine. But he's, like, obviously not. And he keeps talking about how he wants to quit. And I'm just like, you're the one who wanted this job. Like, I don't really feel that guilty for you because, like, you're the one who wanted this job and thought that you could do it, but you obviously can't. And, like, I had a suspicion that, like, this would happen and, like, you'd freak out over it and, like, Mr. Arrogant Pants. But, like, I'm not gonna say that to his face, obviously, because my uncle, and he's, like, freaking, like, gets mad at me over that. So, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that to his face. But, like, it's still kind of like, dude, like, I don't really feel that sympathetic towards him. Like, I mean, I feel bad, but, like, at the same time, like, he signed up for this shit. Like, he did it to himself. It's kind of like me complaining about my math. Like, I did it to my damn self. Like, there's no reason for me to complain because I did it to my damn self. So, like, what are you gonna do, dude? Like, you did it to yourself. Like, you can blame your employers, you can blame your trainer, like, but, like, at the same time, like, they kind of expect you to know this shit because you told them that you knew this shit. So, like, it's not their fault. It's yours. But, I'm never gonna say that to him because, like, obviously, he's my uncle. Like, I'm only 17, he's, like, 56. Like, I'm not gonna say that to him because he'll be like, oh yeah, smart ass, like, what the fuck, and I'll be like, oh shit, okay, never mind. But yeah, just anyways, so yeah. Oh my god, and then also in the Detroit game, the one thing that was really good was Cubs was played this episode, and like there ended up like being like this stupid ass like fucking like prostitute. Wait, no, not prostitute. What is it called? What are they called? Like those places where those like people like dance. Strip club. It's like an android strip club, which is just kind of like really okay then. Like this, what? It's gross. Okay, anyways, but like there's an android strip club, and then there's like these two androids that like fell in love and they're girls, and I was like, oh my goodness, so cute, like lesbian love, guys. Like, oh my god, like that was the only thing good about that episode. But like it's okay. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna like stop talking. So like yeah. Okay. Took a while for that to focus, and I'm like literally leaving in like 2 seconds. Okay, bye.